Oh, there you are. Where have you been? Right. An update about Wednesday's match, Wednesday the 9th at Makins Fishery, the Nisa Open. We did the travel down, but unfortunately the peg I drew, which was B19, was smack in between the islands, and the wind was so bad you simply would not have been able to hear a thing I said. That being said, right, let's get into what we did. I drew peg B19, like I said, and yes, it was good. It showed a bit of promise, but I wouldn't say a great deal of promise. I plumbed up the margins, and I was astounded at how quick it dropped off. I later found out that nearly every bank or peg around the bank is undercut. Righto, bit of information at the beginning would have been nice like, but never mind. Fishing wise, I could not hold a pole rig still. It just, no sooner as I put it in, I'd put it in over here, and within a second it was gone, it was over there. I tried holding the bottom with, believe it or not, several BB shots to try and hold the bottom. So I put the traditional laying on, but I nailed it with what I thought I was going to nail it with BBs and just have a hook length feeding. Didn't work. That wouldn't let me stay there either. I moved and moved and moved and moved, and halfway through the day I'd got to the stage where I'd packed 95% of my kit away because I couldn't do anything. I tried punching a feeder out to the island with varying success, mainly because the wind. I did a cast, yes I was clipped up, so cast out, rod down, wait for the clip to pull you, as we all do. Well, half the time it never even got to clip. The wind was just so bad, and to be honest with you, I was very disappointed with how I fished and how I dealt with the situation. I did put a couple of fish in the net, a couple of carp. It comes back to my national days. Any fish in a net gets you points. So I put a worm on and went down the edge, knowing I would get perch. I also got a couple of roach, but I did get a handful of perch. So if the carp hadn't have shown up, I would then have still had something to weigh in, which would give me points. Right. I weighed in, unbelievably, my worst weigh-in of the year. I weighed in at £11 something. When I heard the £11, I switched off. I couldn't take it no more, so I didn't even know where I finished. All I heard was £11, and that was me. My head was down. and I've followed them round with the scales, because my partner Rob, who you saw in the travelling down video, he drew a 11 on the same lake, and believe it or not, he was the second man to my left. But the way the lake was set up, he was basically on an end peg, also renowned as a flyer. I was surprised and pleasantly welcomed his luck, in the fact that where he sat, he didn't get much wind until the last couple of hours. So he couldn't get a feeder out, he couldn't get along with the feeder, so he did a top 2+2 with pellet and got a couple of carp. But then he noticed something down the edge, so he went down the edges with paste, swimston green paste, and Rob did really well. He weighed in at £56, I think it was. Comes to my neighbour in between me and Rob. He weighed in at £54, I think it was. It was only a couple of pounds behind him, and both lads had lost carp while they were on. We later found out that the lad in between us, for him to get a bite, because he was struggling just the same as me, but I didn't know this is what I wouldn't have done it, basically. He put in the margins, he put in 3 big tins of chili emp and 2 tins of sweet corn in a big pole cup. Top 2+2, dropped it in the margins. 3 tins of hemp and 2 tins of sweet corn. Come on, that's wrong, surely. That's taking filling the margins in to an extreme, in my view. Maybe it's not in yours. Let me know what you think. A lot of fisheries around the country have specific bait amounts as to what they can put in. Anyway, that done. As the scales went round, it became clear. Well done, Rob, my partner in crime. He won the match. Thumbs up, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Just wish I could have joined you. Unfortunately, that's how fishing goes, isn't it? You drew the draw, it's luck of the draw, and where you get, you get. Couldn't do anything. That behind us. Well, I'd like to put that nightmare behind me. Tomorrow we're at Barbara Spring Ponds Saturday Open, which should be interesting because the weights that have come in have been, we'll say, slightly moved around the lake. It's generally from one of three areas, but the weights are 60 and 70 pound. So we'll have a look, we'll see what we can do. Looking forward to it, especially it's basically my own water, so after travelling down for makins and having such a disappointing match, nothing to do with makins, no, they made us more than welcome. The cafe, fantastic. The bait shop, fantastic. The gentleman who run the Nisa, here we go again, Nisa, N-I-S-A. I'm a Yorkshireman, I say Nisa. Yeah, they could not help you enough. They thoroughly enjoyed having us as a different face on their open. So thank you, lads, at that open. It was lovely. One of us had a good day's fishing, one of us had not so good a day's fishing, as we all do. Right, like I say, tomorrow we're at Barbara Spring Ponds. Should be interesting. Rob can't make it, Rob's working. Right, Sunday, Sunday, I'm going back to my old haunt, my old main water, Hayfields at Doncaster. Yay! Come on, big lads. I always get excited when I know I'm going to fish Hayfields, mainly because they were my first commercial water, and when I used to fish, I say fish, not regularly, but did do a few in the Komatsu League, we fished Adams Lake, and it was wonderful to see Alan Scawthorne, Tommy Pickering, Emma Pickering when she was still a teenager. It was wonderful to see world champions sat down at side of you. You learn so much from watching them. I could sit on my box and not put a line in the water and just watch the masterclass that these gents did. This is how we learn. We watch, we ask. As you can see, I'm a little bit grey. It could be the light, but yes, I think I'm a bit grey. So I've reached the good old age of 50, and I am thoroughly looking forward to going home as such. I can't wait. Next week, I'm not sure. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm busy all day. Monday, I'm at the dentist. Oh, lovely pain. So, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm busy. Thursday, I may be at Aston Fisheries in Sheffield for the Thursday Open. As usual, I will try and do videos for tomorrow and for Saturday, Sunday, both days. Oh, here we go, I can't remember. Yeah, I'll do both videos for Saturday and Sunday, and hope we've got some better news for you. Anyway, thank you for looking at our page and watching it. Subscribe on the link below. Give it the thumbs up if you like it. There'll be more to come. Hopefully, with the possibility of some news for you all. Ooh, irons are in the fire. Lovely. Right, I will say good night, God bless to you all. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.